Hi, my name is Romano Martinez. Today I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about organ cloning. There are a variety of different fields for cloning, but I'd like to emphasize my presentation on the organ aspect of it. I first drew interest to this topic when I was asked to do an analysis on the cloning procedure, but what I did was I researched a little bit more and I was able to find like a niche that applied more directly to myself, and that is organ cloning. What I'd like to analyze in contribution to organ cloning is the ethics, the health benefits, and the process of the cloning itself. So basically what it comes down to is, my question is, would you consider denying somebody, a loved one, life by not allowing them to receive a treatment if it was to save their life? And basically what it comes down to is that there are a variety of health benefits that arrive from cloning. In a sense, if one was hurt, like for example their heart or their lungs or their liver was unable to function properly, you could have them replaced, and it would give you more of a fruitful life and a happier life and a longer life. So the risks of it would be that maybe your body didn't take in the clone correctly, but what basically the process that's arised now currently and is currently being evaluated by doctors all over the world in order to make the process more secure and be continuous in a sense, is that what they do is they get, for example, a dead organ, and they use a chemical that's found very commonly in shampoo. I'm not exactly sure on the name, but what it does is it dilutes it of all the original owner cells, and it just basically leaves the outlay of the organ. So what the scientists then do is they take cells from your own body and they inject them into that organ so that the organ in a sense becomes your own, and your body is not susceptible to reject it, and it takes it in and it works properly. There have been many cases in which this has worked out well. It's not 100%, of course, like any other thing, but just this possibility could benefit so many different people, and it's supposed to be like the next big thing in health over the coming years, and it could increase the life of somebody, for example, that has an ailing disease, into living longer until more benefits are found for that particular disease. Another question that comes up is the ethics of it, of cloning. Many people believe that it gives us as humans too much power over life and death, and that it is immoral because of the way that the cloning process is derived. What it is that sometimes some of the cells that are used in cloning come from embryonic deceased, basically dead, premature babies, which is not even to the baby phase, but still it's disheartening in a sense that something has to die in order to give life to something else. But I believe that the benefits far outweigh the cons, because that necessarily isn't killing the pre-embryonic specimen because it's not yet alive. But that's a completely different topic. But I just believe that if given the opportunity to save somebody that you love, while using, for example, an organ transplant for your heart, for your mother, for example, if you were asked if you would allow for something like that to occur to her, like, would you let her die or would you let her live, in a sense? And that's kind of a question that it'd be addressed to each individual, because each individual would have their own opinion on it. I just believe that if it's going to be so difficult to accept such a thing, it'd be like a controversial thing. It'd be better accept something that's going to enrich someone's life or possibly let them live longer, and not something that would take it away, in a sense. So the decision is ultimately up to you as a viewer, but the power of life isn't necessarily given unless you're trying to take it away. So those will be my parting words, and I thank you very much for your time. Thank you.